The diluted earnings per share are a measure of earnings that take into account all ordinary shares in issue and all other instruments that qualify to be converted into ordinary shares. Examples of other financial instruments that could qualify to be converted into ordinary shares include things like convertible bonds, share options, convertible preference shares, etc., and so forth. The diluted earnings per share calculation assumes that all these instruments have been converted into ordinary shares and provides an earnings figure based on this assumption. Let's do an example. Say a company has profit after tax of $10 million and it declares a preference dividend of $2 million. And this company has 4 million ordinary shares in issue. However, the company has 1 million share options in issue which are eligible to be converted into 1 million ordinary shares. We would calculate the diluted earnings per share by saying profit after tax of 10 million minus the 2 million preference dividend, giving us 8 million. We would then divide this $8 million by the 4 million ordinary shares in issue, plus with an additional 1 million ordinary shares that are eligible to arise in the event of the share options being exercised and converted into ordinary shares. That gives us a total of 5 million ordinary shares that we divide by. That would give us diluted earnings per share of $1.6 million. Let's do another example. Say a company has profit after tax of $20 million. It declares a preference dividend of $8 million and it has 3 million ordinary shares in issue. Now, within this company, there are 4 million preference shares in issue that are eligible to convert into 4 million ordinary shares. We would calculate the diluted earnings per share by first taking the profit after tax of 20 million. Now, because we are assuming the preference shares will convert into ordinary shares, we would no longer deduct the preference dividend, as this would be double counting. We would then divide this $20 million by the 3 million ordinary shares in issue plus an additional 4 million ordinary shares that are eligible to arise in the event that the 4 million preference shares are converted into ordinary shares. So we divide by 7 million ordinary shares. That would give us diluted earnings per share of $2.86 million. $2.86 million.